Hello there folks, these are the hands of me, Dan Brown from sortofinteresting.com, and today we're going to have a quick unboxing and look at the Lamy Safari. This is one of my favourite types of pen, so much that we've got a Lamy Vista, which is basically just a see-through version of this, just to the side here, and we're also going to have a look at these. Now this, I can't decide whether this is orange or red ink, but it'll be interesting to see what it looks like actually on a page. So, as you may gather, I do like me pens, so I've basically ended up buying now two different types of my favourite two types of pen. The Cross Classic Century that I thought I would just throw in here. This is the black and gold one, as you can tell from the fact it looks black and gold, and then this is the very shiny chrome one here. Two lovely little pens which I use as my sort of everyday carry ones. This one with my little Midori Traveller's notebook that I use as a wallet, and this one I take to work with me. So nice simple pens out of the way, just classic ballpoint twist to get the nibs out. Whereas the Lamy pens I like to have as my sort of proper pens. I've got a Parker IM here, which is what I use for black ink as a nice standard simple basic, well, a proper grown-up pen in many respects. And then my Vista I always use with green ink. You can see on the inside there we've got a piston cartridge so we can suck up ink out of ink bottles, as well as in there there's also a piston cartridge. And I thought, let's get ourselves another ridiculous brightly coloured pen that goes to the polar opposite of my cross pens. That, like I say, these are my sort of my grown-up pens, and these are my favourite sort of fun pens, and this is one of my most my favourite pen to write with, the most smooth, silky, again, we won't get too carried away over pen talk like that. Got a random Moleskine book here, just again, that's for another video that I accidentally bundled in with this. So without further ado, the Lamy Safari. So this is every bit as standard as you would expect. It's a shame that it doesn't come with one of the little cardboard pop-up boxes, because I quite like those little presentation boxes that Lamy do. And if we have a look here, if anything of any excitement on the back here, Lamy guarantees that your writing instrument will be repaired at no charge in case of possible flaws in material or workmanship during a period of 2 years from the date of purchase, except for damage from improper use or normal wear. So nothing groundbreaking there. This is a medium nib, and well, here we go, my friends, the magical moment of cracking open the back there. And again, a total failure as none of it really came away. Just trying to make sure that we're not going to press into the nib too brutally there, or that the nib isn't going to go up into the little pouch. Now we can actually get ourselves bundled in here. So yeah, I might have to title this video as something like Pen Talk and Lamy Unboxing, as I've only just realised it's taken us 3 minutes to get to the point of actually taking this pen out of the box. So that's pretty much a standard thing, like a simple old style glasses case where you can press it to open and obviously sneak your pen in down there. Perfect. I think you could probably fit a couple in there, maybe 2 or 3, but nothing wild to report on that front. I think we'll open up these as well while we're in the unboxing part, before we have a closer look at the pen itself. So I suppose that's one of the things that's good with these ink cartridges. It's hardly the most delicate thing to be unboxing here, rather than the pen that you obviously don't want to squish or bend around too much. And out we come. Now this, officially, these are red ink cartridges, but like I say, I think that personally is looking like it's almost a bright orange, I would say. Anyway, let's just open these up and have ourselves a very quick look. Ooh, now would you look at that, my friends? That almost looks like little vials of blood. Yeah, that's not, I don't know really what I was expecting, but it wasn't really that, to be totally honest. So it'll be interesting to see that when it actually comes out onto the page. Like I say, I've got green ink in that one there. Now, if we have a closer look at the pen here, it's going to be pretty much what you expect from a pen. Again, nice, simple, really stark design. Love the great big clip here. But ultimately, it's like I say, the writing is so smooth and it feels so silky over the page with that one that I thought, you know what, I want another one because of the nature of having different ink colours and stuff and it being hard to flush the pen out to like go, well, I'm going to write in this with one pen and then suddenly, oh no, I want to write in a different colour. So, like I say, the Parker will be the black ink grown-up pen. This will continue to be my green ink pen that I use most often, or at least it'll continue to be the green ink pen, and this will be the red ink pen for a start. If we open this up here, again, I think we will just pop one of these cartridges in and see. The nib is just what you would expect the nib to be like. And some general details of the body there. And obviously your little Lamy logo on the back. And if I pop the lid on here as well, as I say, it's pretty much what you would expect, but I do really like the general designs of these pens. Wonderful. Alright then, we'll just let the ink settle in that new pen for a moment and I'll just give you a quick rundown of what the green Lamy ink, and this, like I say, with my piston cartridge in here, I use a little Lamy green ink bottle. So you can see that this green ink is actually pretty dark, and if I just do some slow lines here, don't worry, I'll show it to the camera in a little bit of better detail in just a second. If I do some slow lines and then some very quick lines, you obviously expect there to be little darker patches with the slower lines there that you can see. If I fetch that into focus a little bit better. But you can tell that it's that nice solid sort of dark green. It's not ridiculously bright green. It's not the sort of in-your-face green that you might have expected. Here we have the new green Lamy Safari, and, well, let's have a look. What does the red ink look like? Well, I'll tell you now, just as a little cheat, I have just been running the pen to let the ink start to come out. And I've got to say, originally it came out as a dark black, then purple colour, which wasn't what I was expecting at all. If I just do some slow lines for you here. But I would say this definitely is more obviously red than the green is obviously green, if that makes any sense. So if I hold this closer up, I would say that the red looks a lot darker on the camera than it does in real life. I'd say it's almost like a bit of a pink sort of colour in real life, this. But ultimately, it's definitely a colour. It's not like I'm looking at this going, oh, I'm never going to write in this colour. It's something that will definitely be a frequent used colour in all my notes. As you can see, I mean, you have all sorts of random bits and bobs that I like to write down and scribble about. And I might even be using this pen to write full-time in my new little journal, which I will be using this blank page plain moleskin for. But again, we'll see how things go. But I've got to say I'm pleased with that. I am very pleased with my latest purchase of another Lamy pen. Well, on that note, quite literally, I will say thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed a little bit of general pen chat and a look at my new editions of this Lamy pen and my very interesting red ink cartridges. I'd say it's looking almost like a dirty pink colour, if that makes sense. Like as if it's, like you say, a little bit of that purple hint in it rather than maybe pure red or pure pink colour. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my other videos for loads more pens and bits and bobs like this, and I will hopefully over the future be fetching you far more regular journal and diary videos from stuff like my Midori and Moleskin. Until the next time, check the links in the description for an awful lot more random bits and bobs. Feel free to add me on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and all that sort of stuff for loads more random bits like this. Till the next time, keep it pen worthy, keep it interesting, have a fantastic day, and of course, farewell.